T-Man978 Chill Review. Hello everyone! T-Man978. Right now I'm reviewing something that's been in my cart on Amazon forever, waiting for the price to go down, and it finally did happen. They had a flash sale. Thank you, Amazon, for flash sales. But anyway, this is SH FIGUARTS Bruce Lee, based upon his appearance in Game of Death. And if that's wrong, blame Google. Blame Google. Don't blame me. Anyway, let's get him out of the packaging. Here is Bruce out of packaging, and as you can see, these face sculpts, and he has 4 of them, look rather nice. They have a special digital printing technique, as they mentioned in the packaging, and other companies are starting to try to use them, like Hasbro's trying to use a digital face paint as well, and it really works. It really helps with the existing sculpt that they already have. But as you can see his body type right there. I'm going to be honest with you up front. I like this thing. I love the sculpt and I love the way he looks, no matter what pose you put him in. The face looks so good, and everything, the features and whatnot, looks so good that he looks good, but I'm disappointed with the posability a little bit, because I've been playing with the SH FIGUARTS Chun-Li first, and she is way superior to this posability wise. But they got down all the details. Even these shoes right here, which D-Bag Robot Gang tells me are Asics. I was thinking they were like Pro Wings or something like that. I didn't think a ton of sneakers existed back when you wore these, but I guess they did. The sneakers are a different color than the tracksuit. They're a little bit brighter, which I guess would be accurate. But one of the things that hinders the articulation, these cuffs right here I put right there, they stop the elbow bend right there, so you don't get more than a smidge beyond 90 degrees, which is kind of disappointing. But he has a whole lot of articulation that other action figures probably wouldn't have, like this neck articulation. The actual neck moves around, and I don't know why that happened. And as you can see right here, he has that ball right there, so he can look down a lot and he can look up. Not so much, because the neck does stop right there, and his back, the way his back is sculpted, it stops everything right there. But the shoulders have like this butterfly joint right there, and then he has a ball in the socket right there, a double ball, so the arm can rock up and down, and he can come in quite a bit, which is good. I wish he could touch his face. I mean, if you work at it, he can touch his face, but I wish he could like grab his chin. I was trying to do a pose like that with his fingers that has a thumb out. Anywho, so you can rock this and rotate that in a little joint to get whatever pose you want, or try to get a better version of the pose you want. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to rotate, and I don't want to break that. There's just a post right here. It's not like a ball post or ball joint, so he gets this type of action right there. This diaphragm can rock left and right a little bit. It can turn, but because of the way it's sculpted, you will get stopped after a while. It is more pliable, and it can crunch back that much and forward that much. But down here, he has the same situation. It can rock back and forth, and it can crunch and crunch back, but it does stop after a while. In fact, it's so tight, and I'm kind of scared. In fact, it's tighter than it was before when I was playing with this, which is weird. So yeah, it does turn more, and as you can see, this is pliable right there. The legs can go out like this. They molded in this detail right there so it doesn't look weird when he does his high kicks and whatnot. This swivels right here. The knee bends right there. It swivels a little bit, but I wouldn't push it because I don't know the limits. And the ankle can go down like this. and up like that. And he has pivot, but the pivot isn't very strong. And the toe comes up like that. But let's get into some of the other accessories. Just to show you, the face separates right here. So once you start getting separated, it's best to just wedge something right there to get the face off. And then you can go ahead and put the new face on. And these faces do feel like substantial plastics. But here's this face right here. Only problem is I have a little tiny black dot right there. But because of this paint technique, oh, there's some more dots right there. Didn't notice that before. I don't want to go rubbing that off and then messing it up. But as you can see, these are awesome likenesses. Hands, here are his more open hand. You could decide what you want to do with them, but I like poses like this with these hands right there. And he has another half closed or half open hand with the fingers all together. I complained about him touching his face. I can kind of do that right here. So, to let you see it, the hand looks like this, like he's about to be holding something. I guess you can use this for the weapons as well. He also has this pointy hand, and rest assured he has two of each hand I'm showing off. And this weapon holding hand. You just basically slide this little plastic nunchuck in his hand. Now he has a already bent nunchuck. They don't want you, I guess, to bend this around because I guess it's fragile. So you get one for bent poses, like maybe you could pretend he's swinging, and you get a straight one. And the drawback to these faces with the eyes to the side, you can only get certain poses with that. I mean, it's good for making them look at certain people, but it would be nice if you could move the eyes to the other side or whatever. But I guess if you are a super duper Bruce Lee fan, you're used to these certain looks. Here he is with the straight nunchuck, which isn't too different. And to let you see, the yellow is different than his tracksuit. It's closer in color to his shoes, to be honest. And you may have noticed that I changed his face. It's cool and perfect, just like the other faces. Before I forget to show it off, the joints are tight enough, it helps with balance for poses and stuff like this. I wouldn't go around shaking tables or whatnot because he is going to fall. But here is some detail on the bottom of his shoe that you can see. And not last accessory, he does come with this bow stick right here. It's pointy on one end and thicker on the other end. He holds it by the thicker end. Now I'm pretty sure there's some type of specific scene they got this face from, but I like to use it as like a creeper face. This silly goofy smile. But take note of that band he got on his arm as well. Anywho, I really like this figure. I like him without even the accessories. I've been having fun just messing with him and posing him around with these different faces and whatnot. And he's really cool. The only thing that really disappoints me, I wish the ankle pivot was a little bit stronger. And I wish that the elbows could bend more than 90 degrees. And if anything else, a better ab crunch. Because even with it bending in two places, the ab crunch isn't very deep. But he's still a good figure, very high quality, and worth what they're charging you. But still try to find a discount with these SH FIGUARTS figures. I guess the last thing for me to do is size comparisons. If you want this guy to fit in with your Marvel Legends or anything like that, yeah, no. Bruce Lee was 5'7". I'm pretty sure Scarlet Witch is like Scarlett Johansson, or even in the comics, I'm pretty sure she's probably 5'5" or maybe even shorter. So yeah, they tower over him, and even the Street Fighter figures, SH FIGUARTS figures, tower over him. So yeah, if you want this guy, you gotta want him, and maybe some other regular size SH FIGUARTS figures that are shorter. So yeah, I'm happy with my purchase. He looks good. Looks like Bruce Lee. It's shocking for a figure this small to actually have a likeness this great. And depending on the face, things can really go to the next level, like you see right here. Like, you'd have to do a double take to make sure that that's not an action figure or not a human. I mean, so anyway, if you like this video, if it helped you make any type of decision as far as whether you want this figure or not, click the like button. Comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.